Through our experience in delivering solutions to the local government, we've devised a 4-stage implementation plan in Lagan. The first stage would be to initiate the project. The second stage would be very much to look at the business process re-engineering element. The third stage would be to actually implement the project live. And the fourth stage would be to take it through support and an ongoing project. With our colleagues in Hounslow Homes, we engaged early on in the project to start looking at business mapping, business process mapping, and then devise a solution based upon the requirements of the user.
And working with Lagan, we set up these workshops. I involved my frontline staff and specialist back office staff. We set about saying, what is it the customers ask us about? What information is it we need in order to answer their questions quickly? So that was information held in the back office. And it was working with Lagan, identifying those needs and putting them together into the project. The staff we involved in the business process mapping were frontline staff. They were key because they're the ones who know what the customer is asking and the information they require to answer those questions. Then we involved the back office staff because this was a re-engineering process. So we were going to be looking to putting some of their work onto the front office, but the work that had to be passed to the back office, we wanted to ensure we were providing them with relevant information to carry out their work. We then required Lagan to help us develop it.
And as Lynn says, due to the complex nature of the business process re-engineering, where we're transferring skills from back to front, we actually put one of our most senior business analysts into Hounslow Homes to work with Lynn and her team, both front and back office personnel, to ensure the solution we designed actually met their needs.
And for me as well, involving both the front line staff and the back office meant that I was getting buy-in from them. They understood what we were going to be doing and their roles within that project.
It became apparent very early on in the project that due to the size and complexity, we should phase the project into 2 phases. That would de-risk it slightly and also mean that we could build up a relationship with the customer whereby we could manage the project progress from start to finish.
The meetings were crucial. So we had monthly meetings to start with, and then as we hit critical points in the project, then we arranged weekly meetings. But I have to say, somebody was always at the end of the phone when we needed them. And we did have very frank discussions. It was a very good relationship. With regards to the phased implementation, it was a journey, not a destination as it were, and that helped us tremendously. It did mean that all the way along the project, and it was big, we made sure things worked before we then rolled on to the next bit, and it worked very well. The thing to be aware of is that we had clear aims and objectives coming from the whole project. You know, we wanted to achieve certain targets and improve the efficiencies overall. So we needed to be able to review what actually happened, and that's again where we involve Lagan.
Yes, as part of Lagan's delivery methodology for projects, we would take touch points through the project, primarily mostly at the phase ends, end of phase 1, end of phase 2, where we'd review both progress and benefits to the customer to make sure we're hitting their targets for their expectations of our solution.
And really at these review meetings, what we did is we looked at the telephone statistics that I've got. We were able to pull off reports off of Lagan, and all of that identified that we were achieving the targets that we